everybody. We're joined by University of South Carolina. We've got head coach Don Staley. And we're joined by junior Elam Ibiam, junior Elisa Welch, and sophomore Kadisha Sessions. Coach Staley is going to do an opening statement, and then we're going to open it up for questions for the student athletes only. Once we're done with that, we'll let them head out and get ready for practice, and we will keep Coach Staley here for a little bit. So, Coach Staley, if you would mind giving an opening statement.
We're excited to get the NCAA tournament started. We got in last night. I think our players are, really excited about the start of it. So, hopefully we can focus in today at practice and play the type of basketball that got us here.
Questions for the student athletes, and keep in mind there's a mic up here, so if you do have a question, please try and come up here and use the mic. You can holler from back there. You're all right. Go ahead in the back.
Thank you. Just talking about the adjustment of the time change right now, getting in late last night. You guys tired? You have your legs underneath you. Like, how are you doing from a physical standpoint?
And I think we're doing fine. Even though we got in late, we got a good night's rest last night. Got up, had breakfast. So I think the time change isn't really affecting us at this point. We're going to go out and to practice and just kind of see how that feels. But so far so good as far as how the time has been affecting us.
What was the send-off line, and have you guys celebrated the game on
The send-off was great. We just love the Gamecock Nation and how they support us and back home, and we have a lot of support back there, and they were great. Just great to see people just come out and cheer and send us off and just was taking pictures, hugs, and we love the love that Gamecock Nation has back in Columbia, South Carolina. And being number one seed, we're happy, we're proud, but we know we got to take care of business. We got to start here off and practice right now.
Do you think the excitement was more so because of that, like in the community?
I'd probably say no, ma'am. I think they've been behind us from the beginning, and it's getting better. Just great to say that we are the number one seed, but just great to see all those fans out there clapping us and singing us off.
Ellen, this is a different feel, I would imagine, for your team. The last couple of years, coming as a one seed, expectations weren't high. Is it different this time around, being a one seed, and the expectations for your team different heading into this tournament?
I think we're a little bit more excited, but we still know what our expectations are from our coaches, so that pretty much levels us off. But we know we have to go out there and handle business because it could be anybody's game on any night, so we know that we still have to go out there and practice hard today and then go out there tomorrow and play every game.
Here, go ahead.
I know you guys are watching the men's tournament. You see it's 12 and knocking off 5. Knowing you guys are up here first up top, you guys take notes of what could happen?
With the tournament, it's called March Madness for a reason. Every team is coming out, and no team wants it to be their last game. So, of course, we keep up with the men's tournament, seeing how it goes, and it just it shows that teams play hard. They come out and they give their all, and especially when you're playing a higher seed, you want to be able to knock off the higher seed. I think the biggest thing is you see the excitement these teams have. The Mercer and Duke game was a great example. So, teams take pride in that. And so, we just know that we have to do what we need to do to not be one of those teams and to put ourselves in the best position to win. And so, you just got to know everybody's coming after you. So you got to have that mentality, and you still got to be hungry to come out here and get these wins and not be satisfied.
Are the emotions different this time around? I mean, you guys were probably excited to get into dance 2 years ago, and now this being the third straight trip. Is it different? Is it like a business-like approach more so, as opposed to just enjoying and taking in the moment?
I think we do take more of a business approach to it because we know, we come out here, we see the scenery, and it is exciting, but at the same time, we know we've got to get to business, we've got to handle these games. So for me at least, we've been here 3 years, and we know, what it takes, what we have to do when we step out on the court. So I think we talk to our teammates, and we get everybody together, and we have to get each other all on the same mental page. So I think that's what we've been doing, so we'll be ready.
You'll have a really star-studded kind of coaching staff. How has that kind of helped you, setting prepared for this or taking that next step?
Having a coaching staff like we have, we're a pretty blessed group. Having a Hall of Fame coach and 3 Olympic gold medals, Coach Staley. We have Coach Nikki McCray with us. Same Coach Boyer, been in the coaching staff a long time, and with the Coach Taylor, everybody. They're just a great group coaching staff, and they're here with us mentally and everything. They just continue to talk to us every day, saying competition is all, strong. So we got to make sure we just keep our heads up and just play every game hard and go out and leave everything on the court.
Oh, most definitely. I think the thing about them is they've been around the game long enough so that, everything they give us is good advice. It helps us as far as going forward. So, like you say, especially with Coach Staley, who's, been in this tournament multiple times, she knows what it takes to be successful. So, it's always good to have people around who know what they're talking about, and who can speak off of experience. I think that's the biggest thing is, her speaking off of experience and knowing what it takes for us to get to where we want to be at the end of the season.
Is there one thing, one message that's consistent that they say when people come to them?
Discipline. That's been the calling card ever since we got here. One thing all three of us can agree that's been the one thing that's always been consistent is a disciplined team can do anything and a disciplined person can do anything. And I think she's kind of instilled that in us. I think the entire coaching staff has instilled that in us, and we believe in it now. We trust in it. So, if you're disciplined, you can accomplish anything. So, that's kind of the calling card we try to play with, and that's what we try to keep in the back of our minds. Even when things aren't going our way.
Yeah, it's still fun.
Jay, 1 second.
Of course, it's all fun.
In the back.
This is great for you. You guys have talked about making history all year. Now that you guys are here, how important is it that you guys get off on a hot start, first round game? How important is that to you guys?
Well, we set our goals early in the year, and we want to continue to make history. But we know we have to go out there and work to make history. Like nothing's going to be given to us. So I think just setting those goals, and I think all of us wanting to reach those goals and get as far as we can in this tournament. I think that's what's going to push us, and that's what's going to be the drive behind us, working hard, going out there and giving our all every night.
Here in the back, I'm just curious, you haven't played a game in a long time. Anxious to get back on the floor, and how the practice has been getting you guys ready to get back in that mind frame of competitive basketball, competitive games.
Just working every day, hard. Coach Staley's always been preaching. We got to get back to ourselves. We got to get back to playing like Gamecock basketball, and we're getting back to that. Just playing 5-on-5, hard-nosed basketball like we've been doing all year. It's been a long time since we played, but we're ready. We've been taking every practice approach to the game. Like we want to win a championship, so I think we're going to be ready.
A few more for the student athletes. In the back.
After that Kentucky game, Coach said that, and you guys know it, we're aware of it too, how bad you guys played in that game. How does that motivate you guys now that you guys are here for that first round game? I mean, what are you guys taking away from that? Because obviously Coach said that she wanted you guys to feel that moment, how low it was.
I definitely can say I know we all felt it. We know we didn't play well, and we wanted to come back and we wanted to bounce back, and it all started in practice. It all had to be. We need to clean up some things in practice as far as what we did wrong, in that game, and it's in the back of your mind. Of course it is. The way we lost and how we played, and we know we can't afford to play that way again, especially at this point. The stakes are 10 times higher now. It's win or go home, and like I said, every team wants to come out here and knock you, off your high horse, off you being the number 1 seed. So, I definitely think that taken from that game, we just know there were some areas that we had to clean up. We had a couple of days to really sit and think about it. I think a couple of us watched it. I know I did. So, we knew we had to improve, and it all started in practice, when we got back and just cleaning up some things.
Time for one more for the student athletes. Jada?
How did Nikki's diagnosis influence you guys or affect you guys?
I think just seeing Coach McCray be so strong, she knew a little while before they told the team, and just seeing her energy, she never moved down, and just seeing her come in and just uplift us throughout practice, and just seeing that really encouraged us. It's if she can go through this and come in practice and be strong and motivate us, then we have no excuse. We have no excuse not to leave it all on the court, not to go hard every time we step out there. So I would think that's what encouraged us.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Best of luck tomorrow. We'll keep Coach Staley around for some questions.
Coach in the back, this is your third straight trip to the NCAA tournament. Being the 1 seed, I mean, it feels obvious. I don't know, is this the best group you've had so far since you've been here, in the best position to make a deep run to this tournament?
Well, I think we have to pay homage to the teams that we had prior to this year. I think it all is a combination of what they were able to bring to the table. I think this team has been able to use those experiences from yesteryear into a situation like this. Is it the best team? I think it's, the best team in that we're more balanced than we've ever been, just being able to work inside out. We have some great leaders who have been able to, take this team and use their experiences in the NCAA tournament to help the younger players. And hopefully it boils down to us, making a long run in this tournament.
Coach, you talked about, obviously once the ball's tipped, seeds don't matter. But to be considered one of the top 4 teams in the country, what does that say about South Carolina women's basketball and how far you guys have come in 6 years that you've been here?
Well, I think it says that your hard work, our hard work is paying off, and, the rest of the country is noticing it. I think it's, something in which we can be very proud of, but not to the point where we're complacent. We know what it's all about. We know what it, feels like to hunt, and now we know what it feels. We know what it feels like to be the hunted. And for us, our players are up for the challenge. We did it in our conference play, and hopefully we can use that experience in the NCAA tournament to have the same type of success.
Is it enough to be recognized? It seems like all the other coaches in this tournament are upset that needing replacement or anything like that. Haven't heard much from you on that side.
Well, we're excited. I think we are excited about the seed because it's historical, and what you want each and every year is to compete for a national championship. I think we put ourselves in the best possible position to do that. I think our body of work speaks for itself, and for the committee to honor us with the #1 seed. And our hope is, I hope we can prove them right, and I hope we can go out and play the type of basketball that we played all season long. And if so, I think we put ourselves in a good position to win basketball games.
In the back?
Coach, getting in late last night, I can't imagine that was the ideal time for you guys to get in here and get adjusted. How do you think that might play a role just today, try to make sure kids are up, ready for practice, get the tempo going, and to be able to make that jump out and play well?
We're not even going to let, it into our minds. Basketball, is basketball. So we have to approach it that, we're in another city, another time zone. But when you tip it up, we're not going to be thinking about the time difference. We're not going to think about departure times. We're going to think about just being the best basketball team on the floor at that given time. So for us, we'll play anybody, anywhere, anytime. And if we have that motto, we should be okay.
Coach, Dave wanted me to ask a question for you too. He wanted to know, being a #1 seed for the first time in school history, what does this do for the future of this program going forward?
Well, I think it puts us in a position where recruiting, I hope, should be a little bit better. But I also, want to instill a belief in our kids that are currently here. That when you play as a collective unit, when you are a true team, through the good times and bad times, you can overcome and you can be very successful at what you do. And most of all, I think this team has shown throughout the year that they're a very disciplined basketball team, both on and off the floor. I think it's really easy, to play good basketball and maybe not do the things that you're supposed to do off the floor. But they're totally committed to doing things the right way. And, they put themselves in a position to be right here, be a #1 seed, do some historical things in our program. And they're just an example of when you do things the right way, success will come your way.
What was that? Obviously, you took the program around one. So in 2008, what was like step 1 as far as building the team?
Step 1 was a lot of heartache, a lot of patience. I think anytime that you're as competitive as our coaching staff, and we played and at the very highest level, so our expectation is to work like that, and you almost expect the results of your hard work. And when that wasn't the case in 2008, it was frustrating. It was frustrating, but also it allowed us to build the right way. And I think there aren't any quick fixes in being one of the top teams in the country. You have to work, you have to, you know, you have to find a way to be patient. You know, you have to recruit harder. You have to maintain your level of competitiveness. And I think our coaching staff did that. And I truly believe that, you know, their hard work in the recruiting, their hard work in the, you know, us staying together as a coaching staff, that helps. The continuity of our coaching staff, you know, the will, all of those things. And I think it has trickled down to our players. And we instill an incredible belief